in the hood, you affiliated by social.
Oh yeah.
You know, if you live in the hood,
Right.
you from the hood.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, you know, even though I was a part of a gang, I never ascribed to going to hurt people
Right.
because of a color or something.
Right.
But I did, you know, I was with the other business of it.
Right.
You know, I hung with
Of
my
course.
homies, you know, but I was more of a hustler, like you
Yeah.
saying. I was more into hustling.
Yeah. Just
I
wanted
wasn't
some money.
even though I had guns and AKs
Right.
and all that
Right.
and blue rags and
Right.
khaki suits.
That didn't appeal to you like the others.
It was the money. It
Right.
was like the hustle that I went after because it was like, hey, you know, because you got to survive.
Right.
You know, I think about being attracted at a young age to this, and you are overwhelmed with it,
Yeah.
and then you begin to grow. You know, and I skipped elementary. Like I didn't skip, but I just
Right.
quit. I
Yeah.
graduated from elementary, but
Right.
after that, it was like I'm
Okay.
smoking weed and I'm out here running these streets. I ain't reading books,
Right.
you know. And so when it was time to really do life, I was behind,
Of course.
because I wasn't developed.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
Right.
so it was the hustle, like because I was taught to hustle.
Yes.
But when you had to do right, and you have to, you know, I didn't have the skill set. I had
Nah.
this hustling skill set, but it
Right.
didn't fit, you know, me being able to take care of my family right.
Of course.
You know, and I think that dynamic
Right there.
was the thing that kind
It's
of
one of the biggest, I think, attractions that the enemy uses, you know, in all cultures, but especially in our culture because of what we had to deal with just to exist.
yeah.
But that attraction is just so powerful. It takes away from everything else, you know, because it's a dream that's not a reality.
Right.
You know, because it looks all good and it seems like it's all happening, but it's just so much of the darkness that's connected to it. That yeah.
Right. That's that deprived nature.
Yeah.
And it led me to Christ. Because
Absolutely.
it's like, and it's true, being under sin and being bound and trapped in that curse, right? You can't do right.
Right.
You try to do right, but you can't do right. It is very condemning.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I got to a point where I got it. I surrendered to Jesus.
Yes.
You know, and so